non-negotiables for me. There are also some other little things that I was kind of hoping I could get in this house of mine that Veronica didn't necessarily agree with.
And, so Johnny is always like, I don't think I've said this yet, but she's a pretty optimistic person, and, but also wants things a certain way, and
she's basically calling me spoiled. Keep going.
But so she did get her houses that she rented were pretty nice houses, and so I think they had a lot of space that they didn't necessarily always need, and a lot of extra things in the house that they didn't always need. So I think those were kind of on her wish list, like she said, but I guess I was just the voice of reason in that aspect, or somebody to bring her back down to earth and say, you don't need that.
Wow.
But, yeah.
I would disagree with me being spoiled about it, but there are certain things that I did get used to, I guess you could say, like having a walk-in closet. Every house that we rented, for some reason, we always were managed to get a walk-in closet, and my wardrobe has increased accordingly, and I don't feel like it's outside of my own thinking to
Well, what would you rather have? A walk-in closet, a nice wardrobe, or more time to spend with your kids because you're not spending so much money on this really big wardrobe?
She would want a wardrobe. Don't even ask that. It's true. She would want a wardrobe.
Don't interrupt me. You're grounded now.
No! My mother goose.
Okay, so while I sort of agree with that fact, I think that it's also, I have worked hard. I am a working woman, and I've made, money, hard-earned money to spend on my house. And even though I'm a little short on the Benjamins currently, I think that I shouldn't have to not wish for certain things. So walk-in closet was one of them. Another thing that I think I poked a bit of a nerve there, like a real one.
Same did I.
And I'm gonna poke you later.
A booze.
The second thing I kind of was hoping for was a soaker tub. I like to work out, and I have sore muscles. I'm getting diva. We need you.
I was laughing.
Rude. If anybody was spoiled, it'd be the 12th of the 12 children. Only by you. She was the only one that got not cloth diapers. I mean, she got the fancy.
Ooh, them pull-ups.
Stop interrupting.
Sorry.
I guess I've always been a bit of a minimalist with
Which is where we disagree a little bit. I like my clothes.
I do too.
The other thing that really kind of, I was hoping that I wouldn't have to do, it goes back to kind of the work thing again, but the house that I did find did not have either the walk-in closet or the soaker tub, and it did not have, while it had my wood flooring, the wood flooring didn't match, and that's something that just kind of bothers me. I like things matching, I like things symmetrical, and the bamboo flooring was light wood, the hardwood up in the bedrooms was dark wood, and then the downstairs was LVP, but what are you gonna do?
Which I don't disagree with you on that. I think you should totally change those to match, because that would drive me crazy too. But, it's not that much work. You can just restain them or just put something else over top. Wood flooring is actually not that expensive. I mean, in the grand scheme of things. In the grand scheme of your budget, it's not that much more money. So, it's pretty easy.
Maybe down the road, but currently my level of stress is at its max, and I don't want to have to be refinishing things that could potentially just be done that way from the beginning. So, that is how I found my house. That is the journey. I'm hoping that you guys like our journey, And even though I was called a loser for liking The Greatest Showman and doing dances from it, there is a song in the movie that sings about him figuring out what was really important in life. And I feel like, going through a divorce has been, one of the toughest things I've ever been through. I wouldn't wish it on anybody. But the one thing that I can give my kids in this is something that I was given as a child, and that was a permanent, loving home. And now, their little heads can rest easy at night knowing they don't ever have to move again. That permanency that I felt, that foundation that I felt, I'm really excited to be able to give my kids that. And I'm really excited to be able to, even though it is going to be some work, I'm really excited to be able to make this home our home and make it what we want. And like The Greatest Showman did, he came back home. And that's what we did too.
And that's what I'm so excited for. So, sorry. That was better.
So even though I punched her.
Okay, I'm still really excited that she's going to be close to home.
Oh. Can I show a picture of my face?
Sure. Turn it around. Not that kind of thing.
Bam!